Let's move on, talking about other developments coming in on the Russia-Ukraine front. As Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine approaches the 5-year mark, violence has once again, is going to be completing 4 years, entering into the 5th year very soon. Violence once again hit the Ukrainian capital. Early on Sunday, loud explosions were reported across Kyiv. Officials issued a ballistic missile alert and urged residents to seek shelter immediately. In western Lviv, 2 explosions have left 1 police officer dead and at least 15 others injured. The blasts, described as a terrorist attack by Ukraine, struck near the city's historic old town. Windows were shattered in the area and a patrol car, along with a civilian vehicle, damaged. According to Ukraine's national police, the first explosion occurred as officers responded to a reported store intrusion. Second blast happened shortly afterwards when another police team arrived at the scene. Ukrainian artillery units have fired French-made Caesar howitzers, directing fire towards Russian positions on the Pokrovsk direction. In the nearby town, located about 14 kilometers from the front line, large parts of the settlement lie in ruins after months of drone and guided bomb attacks. Residential buildings have been gutted, vehicles sit destroyed in courtyards, and personal belongings, they have remained scattered through shattered stairwells. Once home to around 11,000 people, the town's population has dwindled to roughly 1,000. The domestic region remains central to a US-backed push for peace. Moscow is demanding that Kyiv relinquish the remaining 20% of the region still under Ukrainian control, a condition Ukraine has firmly rejected.
Everything is fine. The main thing is that there is water. There is power too, but sometimes it gets cut off. Otherwise, everything is normal. There is bread, there is sausage, meat is delivered to the store, and people bring milk to the market.
Meanwhile, President Zelensky told AFP news agency on Friday that Ukraine is not losing the war and has regained hundreds of square kilometers in a new counter-offensive in the south. He also said that European troops should be deployed directly on the front line following any future ceasefire. In his nightly address on Saturday, Zelensky said Ukraine would do everything necessary to end this war. He also urged European nations to impose sanctions on hundreds of ship captains involved in transporting Russian oil.
We continue to work every day specifically to ensure that the next round of negotiations can bring results for Ukraine and results for peace. Ukraine will certainly do everything necessary for this and will definitely not be an obstacle to peace.
Protesters gathered in the Czech capital Prague to rally in support of Ukraine ahead of the 4th anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion. The demonstrators were seen holding Ukrainian and NATO flags, as well as signs which featured slogans including "We stand by Ukraine." In the US, Washington, D.C., supporters gathered near the Lincoln Memorial for a rally. Speakers and performers addressed the crowd before demonstrators marched towards the residence of the Russian ambassador. Among those attending was Jovita Nelyapsin, the European Union's ambassador to the United States.
Але визволи нас від лукавого.